Hey guys, we are coming back to you on a Friday night, and I'm so excited for our next guest. We met her in February of this year at Country Radio Seminar in Nashville. So I'm really excited to introduce you once again to Paige King Johnson. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Fine. It's so good to see you. You always have such the most beautiful smile on your face, and like I think I could probably just be having a bad day and everything's great once I can sit and talk with you for a bit.
You're so sweet. Thank you. You too. I
Well,
feel like we all just kind of need a good smile every once in a while,
you
especially.
know, we do. And with everything going on, I mean, there are days that it's just like, are you kidding me? But I mean, and I'm glad. I know for me, being able to do these interviews and actually talk with you all is because we were talking about this platform that we're using, and it was difficult to just do Facebook takeovers because as much as we loved having artists take them over, I wanted to talk with you all. So you
Yeah,
all want to sing and I want to talk. So I'm so glad that that can happen now. We get the
this
best
is
of
the
both
best of
worlds.
both worlds.
Right. Exactly. So what have you been doing to keep busy?
Oh, me. A little bit of everything. So, whenever all this kind of started, I actually came back home to North Carolina. So I've been spending time with my family, which has been really nice because I don't ever get this much time with them.
Yeah.
Um, and to be able to spend time in my hometown and, really getting back to my roots. I grew up on a farm, so I've been able to, ride my horses and spend a lot of time
Oh,
there.
that just
Um,
sounds miserable.
yeah, it's really awful. And I've been doing a lot of writing. I love songwriting, and I don't get to do a lot of that while I'm out on the road. And so, over the past 2 months, I've probably written more songs than I did in the last like 8 months of 2019. So
Well,
it's been.
and I think we've been hearing that a lot. That a lot of the artists are saying they've had some time to write, and who knows what magical songs are going to come out of this. But it has
Absolutely.
been definitely a time that we all, not because we wanted to, but because we were forced to slow down and just stop for a bit and be still and kind of regroup. So it has offered the opportunity for fans and for music lovers to find artists that they may not have ever found before. So have you been seeing that when you're doing live streams that you acquire new fans and things?
Yeah, I mean, doing a bunch of these Facebook takeovers with a bunch of different radio stations and companies that I don't normally interact with,
Right.
and they're all over. So it has really, I mean, I had people watching from Canada the other day, and I was like, "What in the world?"
Yeah, I know. And that it's kind of crazy because somebody said the other day one came across and it was Australia. And I'm like, okay, I'm that thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're going on world tour, but we're just in our houses.
Yes, it's a virtual world tour, which is
It's
look,
amazing.
it's cheaper.
It is, and you don't have to have a passport, and you
I
can
was
go
just
straight to the kitchen afterwards.
and you don't even have to have full wardrobe. Like you can have pajamas and sweatpants on.
Absolutely.
So and yeah, so, I mean, I have done my makeup, so I have at least done that.
Yeah.
There are
This is
days.
like a once a week situation during quarantine.
Well, I was saying we've done so many interviews this week, which I'm so grateful for. But I think, okay, I don't have to do makeup today, and then it's like, oh yes, I do. Now tomorrow, no makeup, so I'm so happy about that. It's the little things that make me happy now.
It is.
It's
I think
crazy.
that's the beauty, though, in all of this is we have become so grateful for the small things, and we finally, just like you were saying, we've had time to just slow down and
Yeah,
realize what is important, and like get back to normal thinking and just ways of living.
right. Because I mean, and you said you usually don't get that time with your family. So, and I don't. I think most people don't anymore, and especially when you are a touring musician, you definitely don't. And we were just talking, I was saying, okay, when's some more music coming out? And you were gonna, before all this started, you were getting ready to head back in. So what's kind of the plan, at least the the tentative, oh my gosh, that's the word, tentative plan. My vocabulary has gotten very
Yeah.
reduced.
Yes. My social skills are struggling.
Let me
Um,
try and talk.
right now, so yeah, I was supposed to head back into the studio right before everything kind of shut down, and so I'm actually headed back to Nashville on Sunday, this Sunday. Nashville is opening back up just like everybody else, slowly and
Right.
precautiously. They're opening back up, and so I'm headed back, and I'm so grateful to say that I'm finally getting back into the studio,
And I'm so
to get
excited.
some new music down and hopefully have it out by the end of summer. Um, it's not the timeline that I originally had planned, but I'm a firm believer that there's somebody up there who knows a lot more than I do, and so it's going to happen like it's supposed to happen. And
I just made a post about that earlier about some other issue, and I was like, it's my human heart and head um, does not want to acknowledge that I am not all knowing and that it shouldn't be done in my time frame.
mhm.
I get anxious and I'm not patient, but I have to remember that he is, and in his time. And as humans, I think we want it now. It's that Instagrat stuff that we want, but that I do believe he has a purpose in everything that he. And maybe that's why, maybe there will be some amazing songs or some other amazing thing that we can't see now that comes out of this whole thing. I'm waiting for somebody to go into the studio and do the acoustic the acoustic like quarantine sessions or something.
Yeah.
I think there could be a lot of those.
Oh, for sure. For
And I'm
sure. I mean,
wondering,
people have been saying that there's going to be like a baby boom. Well, for in the musician world, there's going to be a song.
yes, absolutely. But I mean, that can also be such a great thing because we get to hear instead of seeing, even like the A list Garth. Let's just go with Garth and Trisha. They were standing in their kitchen on CBS with just his acoustic guitar. Okay, yes, I mean they probably had their makeup people and but it wasn't, you didn't have a big extravagant production.
Yeah.
It
Everything
was just
stripped back down.
yeah. And I'm wondering how that's going to be with like big stadium shows because people have gotten to love some of this acoustic stripped down stuff. It
I know.
definitely, so maybe touring costs and ticket prices will go back down, but it'll all kind of even out. I don't know. It's
Oh,
just,
I hope so.
just right. It's just my thought on it. I don't know. Let's talk about your single that's out. Your single that's out now and available, "Water Down the Whiskey." When we talked about this in February, because that was just coming out right around then, wasn't it?
On radio.
Yeah.
It was we had just come off radio tour with it, so it was kind of it was hitting its peak then.
And it ended up peaking in the top 30. You were at 29. Hey, and you got over that 30. That's
That was so much more than I had ever even hoped for. I went into this thinking like, okay, maybe if like 3 people hear it, we'll start a good thing.
But see, at least you kept your expectations. You kept them low so that you were pleasantly surprised. But it was so great every week when the charts would come out to see a post that you would do. Or, I know a couple of times I was so excited for you. We posted too, and we're like, congratulations, Paige. Because, I mean, I do adore you. And I tend to say that. It almost sounds like I say it all the time. It's not that. It's just there's certain artists that you just kind of fall in love with, and you just kind of get behind them and root them on because you see there is something very special in them, and you are definitely one of those for us. So I'm so happy that single got. I mean, it's a great song and it's super catchy, and in a world of a lot of whiskey songs, this one is really good. It's really good. Um, it's
Thank
soulful, and yet you have this sultry kind of aspect to your voice. I love it all. So, on the topic of that segue, do you want to sing it for us?
Sure. Why
All
not?
righty. I'm gonna give you the camera all to yourself. There you go.
Alrighty. I hope it can live up to all the hype. I can tell when we go out, your eyes don't stay on me like they used to. And the way your head turned when she ordered straight jack was the shame. It's been coming on for some time, seeing the signs that you've been sending. But I'm telling you right now, I ain't playing this game. There ain't no use in watering down the whiskey. It's gonna be your heartbreak, so come on, baby, give it to me. Pour it up strong, truly don't back. Chase it down with another one after that. If you're gonna break a heart, go on and do it like you should be. Don't water down the whiskey. Did you think I wouldn't notice? You stopped telling me how much you missed me, or the difference in the way you kiss me and tell me goodnight. You should know that every woman knows when a heart just isn't in it. Yet she's only gonna be with a man who will treat her right. There ain't no use in pouring down the whiskey. It's gonna be your heartbreak, so come on, baby, give it to me. Pour it up strong, shoot it on back, chase it down with another one after that. If you're gonna break a heart, go on and do it like it should be. Don't water down the whiskey. Don't bother with, but we can be friends, 'cause we both know it won't work out in the end. There ain't no use in watering down the whiskey. It's gonna be your heartbreak, so come on, baby, give it to me. Pour it up strong, shoot it on back, chase it down with another one after that. If you're gonna break a heart, go on and do it like you should be. Don't water down the whiskey. Don't water down the whiskey.
It was so good. We talk about living up to anything. Are you kidding me? That's great. I love it, and it's cool to hear it acoustically too. So thank you for playing that for us. And let's talk about you have a couple. You are this entrepreneur as well. So it's not just you're not just and a philanthropist and oh wow, I kind of really got that word this time.
Yeah,
I'm proud
you're
of me.
throwing out big words here.
I am on a Friday night during a quarantine.
Woo! Watch out, world.
I know Starbucks may be open. Maybe I need to cut off on the coffee or something. Well, so in saying that, because you have a dinner and music theater kind of option in your hometown, and I'm not even going to attempt it again. We went through this when we talked before. I'm not going to attempt to. It's in North Carolina, right?
It is. It's in Anger, North Carolina.
Anger. I just need to write it down like anger, and then just do like underline it to emphasize it or
It's like,
something.
yeah, like it's a J sound.
Well, there we go. There,
Yeah.
I could do that. So there's only 4 shows a year, right?
There are,
Mother's
yeah.
Day. Hang
We
on.
do Mother's Day. We do Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, and then we do a fall show, and then
Yeah,
Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah.
Mhm.
So how was Mother's Day? Because I think because Valentine's Day had just passed when we met, and then Mother's Day was coming up. So how did Mother's Day show go?
Well, we couldn't do it
Oh, that's right. That's
because of all
right.
the, yeah, and this year with the dinner theater, we were doing the Mother's Day show different, and we were going to do this outdoor music festival that I had told you about.
The country
And
yard party, right?
yeah, and so we were going to do that for the Mother's Day show this year, and sadly, it got canceled. Well, postponed. We're still
Postponed.
definitely having it,
Okay.
but it's looking like it's probably going to be late August before we can kind of figure out the best way to have people together, and obviously when we have to
Right.
wait, we're allowed to as well.
Right.
But trying to work out the logistics of it, but. I am personally so ready to play a show, and I know everybody around here is so ready to get out and just be able to do anything. Is there
Right.
anything like my family? Like we at this point, my family like doesn't like the opera, but if we could go to the opera, we'd probably go.
Right. It's like the worst restaurant you could go to, you're willing to go, or the worst movie, you're willing to go. Yeah. I'll pay the price for that movie ticket just to get out. But this, and I hate that the country yard party was canceled because this was its first year.
Mhm.
And you'd worked so hard putting this together, which just means that when it does happen, it's going to be better than you probably thought than it ever could have been. So we just have to keep thinking positive about it.
Yes, we're just taking it day by day.
And should people just go to your website to find out more about that? And that's paigekingjohnson.com.
Yes, on my
Okay.
website and on my Facebook page and all that stuff. We're posting updates as soon as we get word from the governor and everything.
Right.
We're gonna hopefully let it loose. So
Good. I'm so excited. And I know we're going to be ready to get out of here as soon as we can and get back in the RV and start traveling some more. So maybe we'll just have to head
come
down
on
that.
down to North Carolina.
Yeah, but y'all got some hot weather down there. I mean, we went to Camp Lejeune to cover a festival on 4th of July. And it was like, are you kidding me? I mean, Kentucky's bad enough, but that was crazy hot.
Humidity here, obviously, you can tell the humidity here today was not the greatest.
Well, in Louisiana, even in April, Louisiana, I love Louisiana. I don't want any Louisiana haters. I'm not. I love Louisiana. I'm just saying it's humid.
Yes.
So I just always have to have air conditioning, and I'm good. But I'm not spoiled at all. Just give me a little air conditioning. Okay,
Yeah.
so I told you that I was going to challenge you.
I'm a little scared.
Don't be. No, I'm not. I'm not worried about it. If I was worried about it, I wouldn't issue you the challenge.
Okay.
At the beginning of the whole quarantine thing, a lot of people kept doing the deep cuts challenge, and they would post them. Did you see any of those?
I feel like it was their own songs, right?
No, a deep cut being like somebody else's song that is either like a B-side or a hidden track or a song that was maybe never released, but one that you love, or one that was released that just holds a special meaning to you. So I would, so my challenge to you is, can you come up with one and play us at least a verse and chorus of it?
Gosh. You're
Not
doing this now that I haven't played a live show like in 2 months. Oh goodness.
You're with friends here.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so I might mess this all up, but
that's all right.
I grew up. My dad loved Alison Krauss, and I listen to her all the time. And this song is one of his favorite songs. I honestly, I don't know how famous it was. It was famous in my head just
That's
because
all
I
that
heard.
matters. That's all
But
that matters. I'm
we'll
gonna
see
give
how
you this.
much of it I remember.
That's
This
fine.
song is "The Lucky One" by Alison Krauss.
All right, I'm gonna give you the screen. I'll come back in and save you.
You're the lucky one, so I've been told. As free as the wind blowing down the road. Loved by many, hated by none. I'd say you were lucky, cause I know what you've done. Not a care in the world, not a worry inside. Everything's gonna be alright, cause you're the lucky one. You're the lucky one, always having fun. A jack of all trades, a master of none. Look at the world with your smiling eye and laugh. The devil as his train goes by. Just give you a song in the one night stand. You'll be looking at a happy man, cause you're the lucky one. Well, you blessed, I guess, by never knowing which road you're choosing to use. The next best thing, you're playing to win and it's playing to losing. You're the lucky one, and I know that now. Don't ask you why, when, where, or how, no matter where you're at. It's where you'll be, you can bet your love won't follow me. Just give you a song and a one-night stand. You'll be looking at a happy man, cause you're the lucky one.
Beautiful. Oh my gosh, you did that song justice. I mean,
Thank you.
thank you for doing that. See, I don't want to tell you because then if I tell you, because we've had a couple of great ones, and I want to get that genuine song that just comes to you. And even if somebody else, it may not be a deep track to somebody else, but because of your memories with that song, it is for you. And you did a great job on it. See, you remembered more of it than you thought you did.
I did. They're like the lyrics are running across my mind like this ticker tape at the bottom.
Yeah, so you can just yeah, and they're the same on my side as they are yours, so I wasn't giving you the lyrics. You can thank your dad for that, see?
I can.
Well, so you're going to Nashville Sunday or Monday. Sunday or Monday. You said Sunday. And you are going to be working on some new music. We're waiting on a new date, hopefully in August. We'll get a new date on the country yard party. And then we have the fall and Christmas shows will be coming up in Anger. Did I get it?
Right.
Oh my gosh. So we have a lot to look forward to with you, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what songs come out of the quarantine for you and some of this downtime. I think it'll probably be amazing. I know it will be because they just are. So everybody can find you on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, website, all at Paige King Johnson. Yeah, you're everywhere.
I am everywhere.
YouTube, yes. So like, follow, subscribe, share, post, and say hi to her. Do whatever you need to do. Make sure and stream and download. I know I've been hearing from a lot of artists when I'll ask, do they have a Venmo or a PayPal? A lot of people don't, and they do, but they don't want to give it out because everybody has their individual feelings on that. But what I did hear is another way that you can support these artists is by streaming their music, because if you go and stream it, you're supporting them. They're getting more streams and more attention, and there's it's not a ton of money you all make on those downloads and streams, but it's better than nothing.
It absolutely is. I feel like that and merch sales is really what's getting us all through this time.
Right, right. That is true, and I'm so glad because I do think that everybody will come out of this with fans they may not have ever been able to be in front of if they weren't so out there on social media. So that's one great thing about social media is we all have been able to at least keep in touch with each other. So
Absolutely. I probably wouldn't be spending my Friday night with you if
right. I mean, you'd probably be in Nashville or another state singing on a stage somewhere. And well, let's be honest, I probably would still be in my sweatpants. I just wouldn't be talking to anybody, probably. We got a new puppy, so I'd probably just be snuggling with my puppy. I say that, but she's awful right now. She's just,
well,
she's
she'll be worth it. It's like
oh,
kids, I'm sure.
last night she ended up falling asleep next to me, and like instead of being in her crate, she fell asleep next to me, and I was like, "Oh, Mark, look, she's asleep next to me." It's like the silliest things I get excited over.
That's quarantine life.
Yes, it's the simple things. Hey, that's quarantine life. There's a song title right there.
It honestly, it probably will be, or just like a household phrase that comes out of all this.
Yes, yes, absolutely. A lot of. Do you have a TikTok?
I don't. I'm not the biggest dancer in general.
That's what would make it so great.
I love to dance, but it shouldn't be seen for the whole world because it's like it should just be contained in my kitchen.
I have a TikTok, but I think I only have like, I don't know, 4 posts on there because I don't care. I just usually every morning with my coffee, I'll just sit there and scroll through. And there are some people that are so funny. I'm just so there is actually the puppy is getting ready to come in here. So if Mark gets in here before we get off, I'll let you see her. But TikTok, I have found some of the corniest jokes funnier than anything, and it's just it's funny. I told Paige if there's a puppy there, I'll let her see the puppy real quick before I let her go. Hi, sweet girl, come here. She want to meet one of Mama's friends. Look, say hi, Miss Paige. This is there's a Miss Maisie. Oh, see how mean she did. Awful.
Oh, she's just tough. She's just showing everybody she's tough.
She is tough. She's a Chihuahua, so whether she's tough.
Oh yes.
But well, so now that Maisie got to meet you and you got to meet her, all right, my night is done.
The world is at peace.
The world is at peace. Paige and Maisie have met, and I'm happy. So she'll probably just have to start coming to all my interviews once she gets out of this biting phase.
Yeah.
Or I'll just have everybody sign a release in blood because I won't get any interviews that way. So I better not do that.
My gosh. That's
But
crazy.
thank you, Paige, so much for taking some of your Friday night, even though you had nothing else to do.
I know, right?
But no, seriously, thank you for spending some time with us. I adore you, and I'm so glad that we were able to meet in February because I have been such a fan and such a proud mama of so many of you all. But there's certain ones, and you're one that definitely sticks with us. So I'm so glad and so happy for you. And top 20, top 30. I mean, that's a big deal. But you all make sure you check her out. Again, Instagram. We're going to have to get on her about getting a TikTok. And so we can see some of this dancing that shouldn't be done. But Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, her website. Am I missing one? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, website. Follow, YouTube. Yeah. And we're live on YouTube now too. So, oops. Subscribe, click, follow, share, do all of it. Message all of it. Sign up for the newsletter, get some merch, and then get out to see her soon. And you're not going to regret it. As you've seen here tonight, she is one of a kind, and we love you so much. So you take care. You're welcome. I'm sending you hugs and
virtual hugs.
Yeah, virtual hugs. And then when
I can't wait to see you in person.
I know it. You too, sweetie. Have a good time, a good weekend, rest of the weekend, and have fun on Sunday.
Thank you. Thank you. See you
Bye bye.
soon. Bye.